Here, we're being asked to write this logarithm as a single logarithm. So you can see your answer is going to be one logarithm. What you might want to do at the beginning is it's all base 4, so that's not going to change. So we can go ahead and enter in that at this point. Okay, maybe on the safe side. So what we are going to use are there's a couple other properties, but I think 3 main properties of logarithms. So let's go over that. If I have logarithms that are being added, and I'll use base 10, so I'm just going to go log whatever base, doesn't matter as long as they're the same, right, of a plus the log of b, and again, whatever the base is, we could put any base there, but when we're adding 2 logarithms, they condense down into a single logarithm of the 2 items being multiplied. If we are subtracting 2 logarithms, and just log a minus log b, that becomes a single logarithm of a divided by b. And the last property is if we're multiplying a logarithm by something, it can, I like this, it becomes an exponent on the input. So that becomes log of a raised to the b power. So those are our 3 main properties. There's a couple other properties that we'll use from time to time, but with expansion or condensing, that's what this is we're condensing. Another rule that could condense these logarithms into a single one. We're going to use that. And we sort of go with, anyway, what we want to do first is tuck in everything into the logarithm. So this 1/5 is going to become an exponent. This 4 is going to become an exponent, and there's nothing here. You could say there's a -1. You could do it that way, but I'm just going to leave it as a negative and not worry about that. Just leave it as is. So first step is we get log base 4 y to the 1/5 plus log base 4 x to the 4th minus log base 4 of z. And now I'm going to do both of these rules at the same time. Anything that's being added, so anything with a positive, so this leading term is, there's no negative here. I'm going to put a plus here to remind myself that's a plus. Anything with a plus is going to go up in the numerator and be multiplication. I'm just going to rewrite this as log base 4. I'm ready to kind of condense it all down into a single logarithm. And then I see I do have a subtraction, so I will be getting something with a fraction. Anything with the positive is in the numerator, y to the 1/5 times x to the 4th. Okay, those because those are both positive. Anything with a negative is going to go down into the basement. So the z goes down there. Boom, we're done. I've seen trying to do it in 2 steps, and I'll tell you, if I do it in 2 steps, I get confused. And I've been doing this for years. So I find for me, it's just kind of anything positive goes on the top, anything negative goes in the bottom. Do it all in 1 step, and it's actually, at least for me, it's easier. You find the way that works for you. That's what this is about, is we all see things differently. And that's the true diversity we find of things, is we think differently. And so we do things differently. I'll share with you what works best for me, and it might help you, it might not. There is no multiplication sign, so we just write them next to it. But you might find something that works better for you, maybe better for everyone. And then if you share it with me, a lot of times that's where I pick up these things. Students will say, "This worked better." I go, "Oh, really? Okay, try that," and then it has better success. Okay, so that should be, we're done now. Okay, we've addressed everything, and that's condensing multiple logarithms into a single one. We will be doing one where we start with the single one and we go to multiple logarithms, and that's basically just doing these steps in reverse. Okay, so that's it for number 15 though.